everybody, welcome back. In this video I want to talk a little bit about disjunctions. So what are disjunctions? Disjunctions are or statements, so they're connective, just like conditionals, biconditionals, conjunctions, and negations. But disjunctions disjoin their constituent components. That is to say, they're put together, but they're put together in kind of a peculiar way. So with disjunctions, the word that you're going to see, just like conjunctions are and statements, disjunctions are or statements. There are two kinds of or statements. There are inclusive or statements, inclusive disjunctions, and there are exclusive or statements or exclusive disjunctions. These are the symbols that will represent both. Now, in this course, in all your materials that you'll come across, they will be explicitly differentiated. That is to say, you will know when it's inclusive and exclusive. Most of the time in the real world when people are actually talking, they will not make these distinctions so explicit. So what do I mean by an inclusive disjunction? That's an or statement where just because one part is true does not invalidate the other part. So if I say something like, hey, today's Tuesday or it's going to rain today. Well, it's possible that today's Tuesday and it's going to rain today. So an inclusive disjunction does not annihilate the possibility of a conjunction. An exclusive disjunction does. So actually, when you make an exclusive disjunction, you're saying something or other is true. For example, let's say this were an in-person class and we met on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, and you showed up to this class. Well, you might think, and let's say you were really sleepy and you forgot what day it was. You'd know, well, it's Tuesday or Thursday, but not both. So that's an exclusive disjunction where you take the disjuncts or the parts of the disjunction, you say one of these can be true, but it can't be both of them. Okay, and that's what an exclusive disjunction is. The truth of one disjunct is mutually exclusive to the other. So the or symbol, when I'm saying A or B, typically I'm going to write it this way. And if I'm saying A or B but not both, in a sense you could put it this way. You're saying A or B but not both A and B. That's fine, but just like with biconditionals, that's not the most efficient way to write this. The more efficient way to write this would be A, and usually I'm going to say with this symbol or, and I'm going to say XOR with this. When I say A, X or B, or there's an exclusive disjunction between A, B. This is the simplest way to write it. You're saying this or this, but not both. It's the more efficient way of saying this, like writing the numeral 5 instead of writing 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that's how to write out, or to the notational distinction between these kinds of disjunctions and or statements. In the next video, what I want to do, or let me say one more thing before I move on to that. This, like if I said, it's A or B, the connective language would be this. That would mean you'd write this. Anytime you see or even just like the word both lets us know that a disjunction is coming, or just like the word both rather lets us know that a conjunction is coming, the word either or either, depending on how you pronounce it, lets you know that a disjunction is coming. Now some people will say that either explicitly designates an exclusive disjunction. I don't think that's clear. So either just lets you know, hey, a disjunction is coming. So what you need to do here is, especially if you're translating, okay, well, which kind of disjunction is it? In your translations, I will make it painfully clear. It will say something like this: either A or B, but not both. It will say that really, really explicitly. That's how you'll know to do the difference. So if you see this phrase, again, at first glance they look alike. If you see either A or B, you translate it this way. If you see either A or B but not both, you translate it this way. For XORs or exclusive disjunctions, I will always stick the but not both there to let you know. Not to write it this way, but to write it efficiently this way. That's how you know, oh, this is an XOR. And again, that's the shorthand form of saying an exclusive disjunction. You'll know to put that there.